In our first slide, we see William Amberman, a blacksmith, born back in 1909. He learned his trade at his father's shop at their family farm on the old Hunt Club property. Next, we have Dorothy Smith Baker, born in 1921. She opened the Harwood Beauty Shop in her home in 1945 and still lives above the now modernized salon. She is shown here with her dog, Daisy. Back in 1923, Jack Baker grew up on his family's farm on Washington Boulevard. His father's garage and gas station stood at the notorious Deadman's Curve along Route 1. Jack is shown here with the Belmont Estates bell. Relay native Margaret Bennett, shown at the left side of this photo, still lives in the old house in which she was born in 1921. As a girl, she walked to St. Augustine's, where she attended school. She later worked at the Patapsco State Park. Her sister-in-law, Elizabeth Bennett, was born in 1914 in St. Denis. She worked on the bottling line at Calvert Distillery. Sitting here under the tree is Emma Louise Fields Blackstone, whose roots run deep in the town of Elkridge. Born in 1916, she worked as a domestic on Lawyer's Hill and was among 4 octogenarians recently honored at Gaines AME Church. On the left, we have Franklin Cager, born in 1912. He was known as Scrammy. His father, Walter, was famous around town for his really loud laugh. Scrammy and his nephew, Walter Cager, who was born in 1924, attended the Elkridge Colored School in the Oddfellows Hall. They, along with 2 others, created the Gaines AME Male Chorus, an old-time singing group. Look at the character in that face. This is Nellie Walter Coombs, now residing in West Virginia. Born in Elkridge back in 1909 before Route 1 was paved. 2 of her sisters married the Harmon brothers. A major force among county Democrats, Peggy Ford and her husband ran a florist shop. Born in 1925, she was the niece of boss John O'Malley. On this photo, she is shown in Dr. Brumbaugh's office, now part of the Elkridge Heritage Society's museum. Shown in this photo is Elaine Lynn. She was born in 1914 and began her teaching career in a one-room schoolhouse in western Howard County before coming to Elkridge to teach elementary school. Here she is pictured with some of her prized collection of dolls. The middle child of a family of 9 children, Sam Merson was involved in the construction business. Born in 1928, Sam, at the very early age of 15, signed up as a volunteer fireman, a Merson family tradition. A life member of the Elkridge Volunteer Fire Department, he also served as an officer. Big brother Jack Merson was born 6 years earlier in 1922. From Elkridge's sandlots, Jack went on to play pro baseball for Pittsburgh, Boston, and San Diego. Shown with him is the Louisville Slugger bat named after him. Take a closer look. You can see his name carved into the bat. Philip Owens, born in 1917, had a 46-year career at Davis and Hemphill, where his father also worked. Phil retired as a company vice president. Next, we show you Lenora Reynolds, born in Scotland in 1911. Her parents settled in Relay, where her father worked at the print shop of the B&O Railroad in Baltimore. Next to her is Flavia Kaufman, born in Relay in 1911. She and Lenora Reynolds have been friends ever since they were babies. Flavia's son Gary established Kaufman's funeral home. Depicted here is Dorothy Taylor Richardson, born on Race Road in 1916. She still lives in the same house where her father ran his barber shop. Her nephew, Reverend Monroe Sims, born in 1935, is the pastor of First Baptist Church in Elkridge. Shown in front of her grandmother's house is Louise Lehner Smithson, born in 1920. Her grandfather's hardware store, Lehner's, had the very first soda fountain in Elkridge. A politician after his father, former state's attorney and circuit court judge Neil Seibert, was born in 1928. Neil's grandfather established Seibert's grocery store on Main Street in Elkridge. An elementary school teacher, Helen Presley Forrest, born in 1917, is one of the founders of the Elkridge Heritage Society and is an historian for the Elkridge area. Her father operated the old Sunoco station in downtown Elkridge. Jack Wade was born in Relay in 1916. He's worn many hats during his working career, including that of artist. Favorites were scenes around Relay, but Jack's passion was doing presidential portraits. A Relay transplant by marriage, Inez Wheeler was born in 1921. She is credited with saving the Relay Town Hall, which serves as her background in this photo. She's gathered a remarkable collection of Relay memorabilia. The year was 1919, and Nellie Lee Williams made her first appearance in Relay. Among the visitors at her parents' home were African-American leaders Mary Bethune and Booker T. Washington, friends of Nellie's father. Her daughter Denise is shown with her here. In our final view, we depict Addison Worthington, born in 1931 and raised on Lawyer's Hill, where his family's roots reach back to the Dorseys. Addie, as he was known, married the girl next door, Frances Meyer.